Things. That's Keyshawn King deep to receive for Western Michigan. Touchback. Western Michigan will start things out at their own 25-yard line as Jack Salopek will lead the offense out for the Broncos. Western Michigan with a win over St. Francis last week, 35-17. Jake Salopek was a little introspective in the way that he played a year ago, and so was his new head coach. They said, got to be better at the quarterback position. In fact, they brought a guy in through the transfer portal that they thought was going to be their starting quarterback in Hayden Wolf. But Jack Salopek went back to work, and he earned the starting job and played well last week in week 1. Buckley alongside Salopek. Western Michigan, Byron, wants to establish the run early in this game.
Yeah, they're a team that ran it 66 times last week, and you don't normally see that. But here they go with their tempo. They say they want to create different matchups with their tempo.
And off again. This time there's a big hole and a big run for Buckley across midfield, still on his feet. He's going to tiptoe the sideline and take it all the way to the house. 75 yards, and Western Michigan strikes first. They said they wanted to establish the run.
Yes, and their offensive coordinator also said they wanted some explosive plays in this game, and this definitely qualifies as an explosive play. Look at Buckley just using his speed, using his vision, gets to the sideline. Great block by the wide receiver to spring him into the end zone.
Homer Domschke on to attempt the extra point, and what a start for Western Michigan. 2 plays. They run the exact same play 2 times in a row. It was bottled up on first down, and then a parting of the seas for a 75-yard touchdown run. Lance Taylor got to be pleased with the start in this ball game for his Broncos. Lance Taylor, first year as a head coach. He was a walk-on player from the state of Alabama at the University of Alabama and became a GA for Nick Saban in 2007 after a couple of years away from the game. Worked under Jerry Moore at Appalachian State as the wide receivers coach. Spent some time with Rex Ryan and the New York Jets, then the Carolina Panthers, then got back into the college game. Worked under David Shaw at Stanford. He was Brian Kelly's run game coordinator at Notre Dame from 2019 to 21. And then a year ago, the offensive coordinator for Scott Satterfield at Louisville in his first season. And really an interesting guy, Byron, to talk to. Said he didn't want to be a head coach. He didn't want to be a coach, period.
Yeah, he didn't want to be a coach, but he finds himself on that sideline for Western Michigan, and he couldn't have planned to start better than this one.
So now it's Syracuse's turn offensively. Domschke, who just hit the extra point, will come out for the kickoff. Juan Price and DeMarcus Adams back to receive for Syracuse, and this one is returnable. That's DeMarcus Adams. And he carries it out to the 30-yard line. Kick return game was great a year ago for Syracuse, largely because of Trevor Pena, but he is out right now. DeMarcus Adams with the return. So Garrett Shrader brings the Syracuse offense out. 23 passing touchdowns in his career. Over 4,300 yards. He's on the O'Brien watch list, the Maxwell Trophy watch list, and also the Werfel watch list, Community Service Award. It comes out throwing. Incomplete, just a little bit behind the intended receiver, Donovan Brown there. Aaron Wofford in coverage for Western Michigan.
Yeah, we see Western Michigan coming out, going man-to-man. They said they want to switch up some of their coverages, give Shrader, the veteran quarterback, some different looks that he hasn't seen.
It's a 3-3-5 defense. In fact, we're going to see a lot of that from these two teams. Quick slant pass complete there to Aronde Gadsden.
And you got to believe that that was one of their first 15 plays that they've pre-scripted, and to get their ball to their All-American tight end. So Gadsden, a player that is injured,
favoring that ankle as he walks off. The preseason All ACC pick. That's not great news for Syracuse. They'll take a timeout. It's not ideal, though Jason Beck, his offensive coordinator this year, was his quarterback coach a year ago, so maybe not as much transition this season. And this may be the most impressive thing. Only 5 quarterbacks coming into the season this year with 5,000 career passing yards and over 1,500 rushing yards. He's one of those 5.
Yeah, he's a true dual threat quarterback. Can throw it, can run it, can make plays all over the field.
So prior to the timeout, you had the slant completion to Arande Gadsden. It was good for exactly 10 yards, and so a fresh set of downs for the Orange. Arande Gadsden came to the sideline, went straight to the medical tent. Really was favoring the ankle as he came off the field. LeQuint Allen in the backfield off the right hip of Garrett Shrader. Shrader sticking in the air. This is what he does well. Gets outside the pocket, making a play with his legs. He doesn't slide a whole lot. Gain 9.5 there.
Yeah, Shrader's a tough kid, and as you see, he gets out of the pocket. He's looking, his eyes are down the field, and it makes a decision that he's going to run the football. He's got to protect himself, though.
A big hit at the end of that run. Here's the first handoff to Allen. Allen across midfield, good enough for a first down and a little bit more. Syracuse into Western Michigan territory, tackled by Donald Willis.
We talked about Allen in the pregame. He's a downhill runner. You see him using his power. 6 foot, 195 guy. He's got good size.
First and 10 from the 47. Ooh. Fastball there, incomplete, intended for Umari Hatcher. Well, that ball on the slant got out of Garrett Shrader's hand in a hurry.
Yeah, that was an RPO right there. Run pass option. Oh, it's sorry to see Gadsden's leaving the field. That's their All-American tight end. Hopefully he can come back.
Preseason All-ACC, preseason AP All-American. Shrader back to the air. And that one is caught right at the 40-yard line. Western Michigan sideline on the far side was trying to signal that it was incomplete, that it bounced in. But that one was hauled in by LeQuint Allen out of the backfield.
Kind of looks like Syracuse has a little jitters in the beginning of this game, and hopefully they can settle down and make some plays here.
Brown came in motion, swing pass, Allen wide open. He's going to get enough for the first down as he shoved out of bounds just past the marker.
LeQuint Allen, showing his versatility, catching the ball out in the flat and picking up the first down. He's a guy that they're going to lean on, especially with Gadsden being out now. He's going to have to pick up some of those receiving yards and receiving.
This is Brown on the quick catch, trying to run out of a tackle, but a slew of white jerseys are there. Loss of 1 on the play out to Donovan Brown.
Yeah, what a great job for that Broncos defense, just rallying to the ball on the quick pass. Really didn't get fooled there. They're trying to give different looks to this offense. They don't want Shrader to get in a rhythm where he can just pick them apart.
Another quick pass, found an open spot in the middle of the field. Isaiah Jones on the catch, the junior from Cocoa, Florida. Tate Halleck brought him down after a gain of 16 yards just outside the red zone for Syracuse.
And that's what you get sometimes with this gambling blitzing defense. You leave some zones wide open.
Shrader back to the air. Boy, Syracuse, they've run it one time, maybe twice so far in the ball game. So let's go back to what you were just saying. This is a defense that blitzed 87% of the time, brought 5 or more 87% of the time in game 1. Can you slow them down with the quick passing game?
And that's what they're trying to do here.
Shrader looking toward the end zone, wide open, dropped. Damian Alford had an easy touchdown but couldn't hold on.
We talked about that. When you blitz as much as they do, you're going to leave some of these zones wide open, and you got to make the play. And that's one that Shrader put right on the money. And he wants his receiver to come up with that ball. So look for Syracuse to keep trying to take advantages of this blitzing defense, but they got to catch the ball, got to hold on to it.
You know, Damian Alford feels awful. As easy a pitch and catch as you will find. This one, a little more difficult throw toward the back corner, incomplete. Trying to get it to Yamari Hatcher. 5-yard house call. And you get a look at the offensive staff for Western Michigan. Their offensive coordinator, Billy Kosh. Denenberg kicks it off. That is the 12th kickoff this season. 11 of them have been touchbacks. So Western Michigan, once again, will begin at the 25-yard line. Scoring drive for Syracuse, 13 plays, 54 yards, finished off in a 36-yard field goal. Should have been a 12-play, 74-yard drive that finished with a touchdown. Buckley started in the slot, now moves into the backfield. Salopek hands it off to Buckley once again, and this time he's upended for no gain, maybe a yard. Marlowe Wax getting it done.
Yes, this was something we saw from this Broncos offense, spreading teams out to get the matchups they want, and then condensing the formation to go back to run the football.
Salopek to throw for the first time. He is pressured and just throws this one into the seats. Got outside the tackle box, able to get it beyond the line of scrimmage, so no intentional grounding there.
And you see Syracuse, Lowry getting after the quarterback, beating the tackle, and is putting that pressure on, and that's something that they really talked about wanting to do.
And Byron, I said ball got back to the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure that it did. So he was able to get outside the tackle box. Let's listen to our referee.
Hey, eligible receiver number 29 was in the area of the pass. It's an incomplete pass. Third down.
All right, so Jeremy Valentine, our referee, said there was an eligible receiver in the area. Remember, on that intentional grounding, quarterback's got to be outside the tackle box, has to throw the ball past the original line of scrimmage or have a receiver in the area. Third down, and the dome comes to life. Salopek steps up, deep shot down the left sideline, and it's incomplete. Intended for Malik Dudon.
Really good
coverage.
Really good coverage there, and that's something that we talked to Rocky Long, the defensive coordinator for Syracuse, about. He said he wanted to get Western Michigan in those third and long situations and see how they could hold up and see if they could make plays in the passing game. He felt like his defense was ready to step up and shut down anything third and long.
Good coverage by Jeremiah Wilson. Carson Voss will punt it away. DeMarcus Adams back to receive the punt. This one should be returnable. And it is. Syracuse going to have great starting field position right around midfield. Are they going to get a little extra at the end? Guys better be careful. All right, everybody's good and awake now, right?
Yeah, everybody's good and awake. Great return, and you got a little extracurricular activity on the sideline, but the officials did a really good job of stepping in there and cleaning things up and getting both teams separated.
So Garrett Shrader came out throwing the football. And Syracuse had some success doing that. Shrader 6 of 10 for 39 yards to start the ball game. Only 2 run plays so far, one by Garrett Shrader and one by Allen. Shrader looking to throw once again, and he gets outside the pocket, throws on the run, incomplete. Intended that time for Isaiah Jones. Tate Halleck in coverage.
Shrader showing good athletic ability, getting out of pocket and throws a great ball. Kind of went up behind the receiver, and so. But as a receiver, you got to make that catch. You got to make your quarterback look good.
Quick pass, complete to Hatcher. He gained 4 before being dropped down by Damari Robertson. So you're telling me Elway expected you to haul that one in, right?
Everything.
Okay.
Impressive by this Broncos defense on this quick lane. They're really rallying to the football and not giving up much yardage and putting Syracuse in a third and long situation.
Call it 3rd and 6, but it's a long 6. Got to go across the 40-yard line to pick up a first down. Shrader once again to the air. Back shoulder throw. Good pitch and catch. Damian Alford shows good hands that time.
Yeah, that's exactly how you do it. You got to make plays for your quarterback. We talked about the drop touchdown, but he comes right back and redeems himself with this back shoulder throw and does a great job with his feet. He got 2 feet inbound. Like, you could do that on Sunday, like he's going to play on Sunday.
Can we talk about how much more difficult that catch was? Here's a shot toward the end zone, and that pass is caught. What a grab by Isaiah Jones. There's a flag down in the backfield. We'll see if Shrader was hit late when he let it go.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 15, contact to the quarterback's head. Penalized half a distance to the goal, automatic first down.
So Donald Willis made contact with Shrader's head. See this first, can't do that.
What a great job going up and get it, high pointing the ball. Acrobatic catch right there. That's what a quarterback wants. When he throws that ball, he anticipates you making him look good, and what a great catch.
Shrader under center, extra back in there, handoff to LeQuint Allen, touchdown Syracuse. Orange had a short field, had a big pass play, and then they jam it in with LeQuint Allen, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season.
And that's exactly what you want to do. Take advantage of that short field. Bring in the heavy package. Bring in the extra lineman, the extra tight end, and just ram that ball in the end zone. And Syracuse taking a great advantage. Look at this, coming off the ball, and bodies in the end zone. That's what they teach. Hey, take your man into the end zone, and the back will have a clear path.
Brady Denneberg, the sophomore from Merritt Island High School, splits the uprights. And Syracuse takes its first lead of the game. 5 plays, 50 yards, 1 minute, 18 seconds. What a catch. I mean, what a catch that Isaiah Jones made. To go up, wrestle that one away, secure it on his way to the ground.
Yeah, using all of that 6'4" frame and going up and get the ball. We talked about Syracuse and their tall receivers and how they're going to take advantage of that by throwing balls up there that they can go up and use their height advantage to go get.
Garrett Shrader, 9 of 14 for 87 yards to start this game for Cuse. How about over the first 2 drives for the Orange? They've already had 3 plays of over 15 yards.
Yeah, that's something that they said they wanted to do. Create some explosive plays, create some big plays. We've seen that, and we've seen it in the passing game. We thought we'd get a little more running, but they're leaning on their senior quarterback.
3rd kickoff of the game. We have not played 7 minutes yet. 3rd kickoff by Denneberg in the game, I should say. So if he gets another big one for a touchback. He does, flies over Keyshawn King's head. Coming up tonight at 8:30 Eastern, we cap the day with number 4 Florida State hosting Southern Miss tonight in Tallahassee. It's also available on the ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. Florida State coming off the dominant win over LSU in Orlando on Sunday night. Jordan Travis, special. He's one of the other quarterbacks that's in that category with Garrett Shrader of 5,000 passing yards and 1,500 rushing yards in his career. That pass is caught. It's going to be a gain of 8. Dudon on the catch. Out to the 33-yard line.
Great job going down low and getting that ball. Syracuse bringing pressure on that. Let's see if Western Michigan can get back to running the football since they had so much success doing that early.
Feels like we might take a look at that one. That first look you got just a second ago on the replay looked good. We'll take another look when we come back. What'd you see, Mr. Valentine?
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field was a catch. Confirmed, second down.
Which is what we thought in real time also, right?
Exactly. Dudon just doing a great job going down and getting the low ball. I want to see if Western Michigan goes back to running the football. The Broncos had some success early running the ball.
Keyshawn King in the backfield for the first time. The handoff is to King. He's stacked up right at the first down line, the 35. Stephon Thompson, linebacker, steps up and makes the catch. And it is going to be enough for a first down. Back to the ground. Not much there. All right, so what's been the difference for Western Michigan? You've seen 3 plays where they've kind of gone inside handoff and it's just gotten stacked up compared to the big hole where Buckley went for 75.
Well, they were in more of a power formation there. Now, right now, they're trying to spread this defense out and find a gap in there. Maybe they need to go back to that power formation with the tight end attached to the offensive line.
Not what you want to see with your All-American tight end, Aronde Gadsden, coming out of the locker room. Long pass to the near side. That's enough for a first down. On the catch that time, Kenneth Womack. There's a flag down in the middle of the field as well.
I think you're going to get offensive pass interference. They ran what they call a pick play. Defenses call it pick play. Offenses call it a rub. But I think they're going to get called for that as offensive pass.
There is no foul for offensive pass interference because the ball was caught behind the line of scrimmage. By rule, it's a legal play. Result, first down.
So you can have that contact down the field as long as the pass is completed behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I saw the action. I saw the pick happen as it happened. But yes, the ball, it's a legal play.
It was behind.
If he catches this thing behind the line of scrimmage.
Remember the line of scrimmage? Ooh, yeah, okay.
It's close.
Really close. You got a whistle, and Dino Babers is taking a timeout, and I think he may be challenging that.
Syracuse is challenging the ruling on the field that the ball was first touched behind the line of scrimmage. We'll review the play.
So a review from Dino Babers, who's in his 8th season as the head coach at Syracuse. You see the overall record, 37-49. That's going to give you a good look here. All right, so the line of scrimmage is the 35. That is 3 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, like I said, I saw the pick happen. Well executed pick. But you got to catch that ball behind the line of scrimmage for it to be a legal play.
And I think Babers was most upset with the official on the near side who said that the ball was behind the line of scrimmage and caused them to pick up the flag in the first place.
After reviewing the play, the line of scrimmage was the 35-yard line. The ball was first touched at the 39, which is beyond the line of scrimmage. That is a foul for offensive pass interference. Penalized 15 yards from the previous spot. It remains first down.
That is the right call. I appreciate the explanation there from Jeremy Valentine. Line was 35, was called at the 39, which is beyond the line of scrimmage.
And Coach, like you said, Coach Babers right on top of that. It happened right in front of him. So when he let the official hear it, and it's good for Syracuse. It's going to move them back and make it more challenging for this Broncos offense.
All right, so here we go. Now all the way back to the 20. So it's a 15-yard penalty from the previous line of scrimmage. And instead of a first down near midfield, it's 1st and 25. Buckley back into the game. Salopek out of the gun. Pressure coming, and he's dropped. Kevin Darton with the sack. That's his first of the season.
And you see Syracuse bringing the pressure locking the linebacker up and just wreaking havoc on that offensive line.
Loss of 6 on the play, and so it's now 2nd and 31. Western Michigan going the wrong direction. Got a whistle. Dino Babers was asking the head linesman, Bree Witherspoon, something. A referee comes over and gets involved in the conversation as well. Honestly, not sure what he would be concerned about right now, but we'll see. Felt like that play was pretty straightforward. Maybe we'll get an explanation. All right, let's go back to that pressure, though, just for a second. So, Salopek a couple of times has seen the pressure coming. What have we got? I mean, what are we doing? Here we go.
Syracuse is challenging the ruling on the field of the correct down. We'll review the play.
Okay. But the pass interference was on a 2nd down play, right? Because they ran it for no gain on 1st down and 2nd down. So that should have been.
The 3rd down would have been the pick play.
No. That was the 2nd down play. And then you go 15 yards to the previous line. So it would have been 2nd and 25. And then. All right, so the pressure that Salopek is dealing with, deer in headlights is not the right way to describe it, but it's like he has no idea where to go to try to evade the pressure.
Well, Syracuse does a great job of gap integrity right there with their blitz. So he tries to step up in the pocket, and there's just nowhere to go. Darden has filled that hole.
So they're going to have to go back and recreate the sequence in this drive to when the original penalty happened.
After review, the OPI play, the offensive pass interference play, was actually run on 2nd down.
That's correct.
Therefore, after the sack, it's going to be 3rd down. It's 3rd down.
So they got it right.
Yeah, these officials finally got it right. I played in an infamous game in 1990, Colorado, the 5th down game, when I was at Missouri. Yeah, so I'm having flashbacks when you start talking about what down is it. And
so 3rd and 31, which is not a play that you put at the top of your play sheet. Salopek over the middle, looking for a run after the catch. That's Womack on the reception. He gets it all the way out to the 29-yard line, so that's a pretty good gain on 3rd down. Picked up 15. The problem is he needed 31. Jason Simmons and Justin Barron run him out of bounds.
Yeah, this is one of those plays you run at the end of the half or end of the game where it's basically like a screen pass, and you bring your receiver underneath, and you have the other 3 receivers downfield blocking for him. Like you said, unfortunately, it was 3rd and a mile, and he only got half a mile.
Carson Voss will punt this away to DeMarcus Adams. Voss hits a driving spiral this time. Drives Adams back to the 20. Got a blocker. Oh, and it closes in a hurry. Big hit there, Tate Halleck. Linebacker playing some special teams with a big lick there. We do have a flag on the field. We'll check that as well. Right down at midfield.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block, number 27 of the return team. Penalized half the distance to the goal, 1st and 10.
Malcolm Folk called for the illegal blindside block, and so field position not going to be great here for Syracuse. Look at this hit.
Halleck is a guy, he's a transfer guy. They have a lot of transfers. He transferred from Michigan State. He's a safety, but they kind of use him like a linebacker. Makes a great play on special teams.
We were talking with Lou Esposito, the defensive coordinator for Western Michigan, and he was very understated in his praise for Tate Halleck. He just kind of grinned and he said, "This kid's pretty good." And I think you knew exactly what he meant when he said that. We've already. All right, so Syracuse sticks with the passing game. They do. Garrett Shrader, flush from the pocket, does such a good job avoiding the rush, throws it down the field, and it's caught. Chance for a big play. Donovan Brown deep into Western Michigan territory, trying to get to the pylon. To the house for a touchdown. 86 yards.
Richard, all I can say is wow, wow. And this is what Shrader does. When he scrambles to throw the ball. He has his eyes all the way down the field, finds that open receiver, and then just look at the speed, and then look at the effort blocking by Adams. Convoy to the end zone. What a great play by the quarterback, and a great play by Brown to get open and get in the end zone.
Extra point good after falling behind 7-0 to start the ball game. Syracuse has ripped off 17 unanswered. I love where you started with that, Byron, also. Great run after the catch by Brown, but that entire play started with Garrett Shrader's ability to avoid the pressure.
Exactly. We talked to Lou Espinosa, the defensive coordinator for Western Michigan, and that's what he was saying. He was saying, Garrett is a guy, when he gets out of the pocket, his eyes are down the field. He's looking to make a big play, and most of his explosive plays happen when he leaves the pocket. And you just see Brown doing a great job of running after the catch, but what you don't see on this screen is guys blocking for him.
There you go.
You see Adams, you see number 1 down there escorting him all the way down to the end zone, and that's how you get big plays. That's how 20-yard plays become 70-yard plays.
That was LeQuint Allen on a dead sprint to get down there and get that last block in place. Yet Lou Esposito, the defensive coordinator for Western Michigan, told us that he said, I had a lot of time in the offseason. He went back and he watched every Syracuse game, and he counted 47 times last year where someone had a free rush at Garrett Shrader and he made them miss.
Yeah, he just has a great pocket presence and a sense of where the pressure's coming and how to escape that pressure and how to make a play.
This one about 3 yards deep. Closest thing we've seen to returnable today from Brady Denneberg, but once again, Western Michigan at the 25. Really a tough sequence there for Western Michigan. If you kind of go back to that offensive pass interference play, instead of having a first down close to midfield, they found themselves in a deep hole. They punted away. Syracuse gets in a deep hole, and then Garrett Shrader does his thing, and Brown does the rest.
Now it looks like Western Michigan's going back to that power formation. Look for run here. Look for that power run again, what they had success with earlier.
Luckily had the 75-yard touchdown run on the second play of the game. This pass is complete to Dudon. Jeremiah Wilson with the quick tackle, but a positive gain on first down.
Yeah, they do that off the run action. The quick out there, good catch and a good tackle on the sideline, good physical tackle, and that's what Daniel Baber said he wanted to see out of his defense.
Now to the opposite side, good blocking on the outside. Should be good enough for a first down after the completion to the tight end, Austin Hintz.
Western Michigan going with the quick game, getting their receivers down the field blocking, and they're going to move the chains with that one.
Austin Hintz, you see there lined up at the bottom of your screen, playing in his 8th year of college football. So Austin Hintz started his college career at Mercyhurst. He was there from 2016 through 2019. There was a redshirt year, 3 seasons. 2020 was lost to COVID. He had season-ending injuries during camp in both 2021 and 2022. His coaches told us when he got to run out of the tunnel last week in that season opener against St. Francis, he had tears streaming down his face. It had been 5 seasons since he had gotten to run out on the field with his team as a player. Second down. Buckley with a solid second down run out across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, back to that power formation, the 2 tight ends, what they did early, and a good run on first down. The thing about Hintz is his teammates love him. They absolutely love this kid.
Yeah. Last time he played in a game prior to last week was 2019. Big third down coming up. Salopek, incomplete. That one was a little behind Hintz. He had him open. Would have been a first down and more. Got mom and dad in the house and kind of grits her teeth on that one a little bit.
Yeah, mom just a little disappointed right there, knowing her son can make that play. Ball's thrown a little bit behind him, but he can make that play. But like we talked about early, he's got tremendous family support, but his team is his other family, and they absolutely love him. Every man on that team talks glowingly about Hintz, and they're so happy he scored his touchdown last week.
You also saw not just mom but dad sitting there. His father, Jamie, Western Michigan Hall of Famer. He was an All-American in the hurdles and 5th all-time in receiving touchdowns in Broncos history. Whistle comes in. Western Michigan was going to go fake punt.
Prior to the ball being snapped, delay a game. Offense.
But they waited too long.
4th down.
You try to pick just the right time to pull those out of your pocket, and then a procedure penalty.
Yeah, that's unfortunate right there, because it kind of looked like it was going to be there. It kind of looked that they had it all set up properly, and they were gonna convert that 4th down, but unfortunately, with the penalty, takes it away.
So now 4th and 10, and Domschke will punt this one away. That ball muffed, still loose, right over on the Western Michigan sideline. They'll have to unstack the pile.
I think he got back on it.
I think so. It is going to be Syracuse football. So Adams was able. There you see Jamie Hintz, father of Austin. This was last week. Austin Hintz, after returning from back-to-back years with injury. Last week in the game against St. Francis. What a moment this must have been.
Yeah. And watch the teammates, watch the celebration. Everybody's happy for him. They absolutely love this kid.
Syracuse back on offense, back to the air, down the field. That's a great catch, but out of bounds. Damian Alford. He really does have great hands.
Yeah, that's the one they talked about. He has really tremendous hands. Just a little bit, ball thrown a little bit out of bounds, and that's one that they want to hit. They want to hit that deep ball.
Slip screen. Not much there.
Nothing on the quick game. Western Michigan, like I said, the Broncos have been impressive when it comes to the quick game, the screen game. They rally to the ball. They play hard. They play fast. And that's something that Lou Espinosa expects from this defense. That's something he said. I want to see guys playing hard and playing fast and playing physical.
Shrader on 3rd down. Pressure from behind. He evades it. Still trying to get away, and he's run out of bounds. And then a flag comes in at the end as well.
You know, Shrader right there is amazing. I didn't know he could even sense that pressure. You know, I know he couldn't see it coming from the backside, but something about him, he understands where that pressure is coming from, escapes
Personal
the pocket.
foul, face mask, defense number 22.
Wow.
15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic 1st down.
That's Boone Bonema. They did a great job and just didn't finish the play because you had the penalty at the end.
Yeah, Shrader's got to have eyes in the back of his head to feel that. I mean, you want your defense to be aggressive. Yeah, it's a clear face mask, and you want them to be aggressive. You just don't want the penalties.
You know, the other thing about Garrett Shrader, I'm not sure that people realize how fast he is. He claims that he ran a 10.700 meter. Now,
that means he would have beat you.
By a step or two, probably. Jason Beck is offensive coordinator.
Offense number 63. 5-yard penalty. First down.
He said, look, I don't know if that was hand timed. I don't know if it was a buddy that was timing it for it. But suffice it to say he's fast, and his game speed is really good.
Yeah, he's a tall kid, 6'4", 6'5". He's a long strider. So sometimes those type guys, they don't look like they're moving when they actually are.
Are you surprised with how much Syracuse has thrown it early?
I really am. I thought they would lean a little bit more on LeQuint Allen coming in this game, but they've put the baton into Shrader's hands and say, hey, you're our senior quarterback, you're our leader. It's on you this game.
Shrader has this one batted down. Line of scrimmage, big number 93, Corey Walker, the sophomore from Normal, Illinois. Little return to sender.
And that's one thing that Broncos wanted to do. They wanted to get pressure on it. If they couldn't get there, they wanted to hurry his process or bat balls down. And that's something that they've coached their players up to do. That's something that was an emphasis in this game.
So another third down and long. Western Michigan trying to get a stop on third down. Thought they had done that earlier on this drive. Had the face mask penalty. Shrader lets it fly deep down the sideline. Got a man. Flags come in. It's another first down for Syracuse on a third down penalty.
That's a great job by Shrader standing in that pocket in the face of that pressure. Western Michigan getting home with a 4-man rush. And they knocked Shrader down on this one. And I don't know.
There are 2 fouls in the previous play, 1 against each team. Pass interference, defense number 2. Personal foul, illegal hands to the face. Offense number 1. Those penalties offset. Third down.
So it was Kenai Lovely who was called for pass interference. And then it was LeQuint Allen with the illegal hands to the face. So we'll do it again.
All righty then. Let's see if Western Michigan brings pressure. They haven't been bringing pressure. We know they bring pressure over 80% of the time. Here they come.
Shrader escapes again. Trying to throw on the run. Wide open, but it's incomplete. He knows he missed one. A flag is down. Shrader was hit after the throw, I think.
Yeah, and you see the linebackers walking up and blitzing through the A-gaps. Gets Shrader out of the pocket.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 15 with a low hit on the quarterback. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I think Shrader getting up slowly was frustration that he missed a wide open receiver 40 yards down the field.
Yeah, that's one he's going to look in the film room and want back. And that's a tough call. That is a really tough call. He might have hit him on the shoelaces.
You know that quarterbacks are protected after releasing the ball. That's the second personal foul on this drive on third down to extend it. Here's LeQuint Allen. Not a whole lot there.
Yeah, and usually when you get those drive extending penalties like that, it doesn't end up well for you. It really doesn't. And Coach Taylor's over there on the sideline. He's still upset about that one.
Loss of a yard. We go back to Allen this time. Tough yards running between the tackles, and another flag comes in. All right.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. Penalized half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Half the distance off the end of the run. 24 seconds remaining in this first quarter that has taken almost an hour. That's the third personal foul against Western Michigan on this drive.
Yeah, we see that clear face mask taking him down.
And again, not a knock on the guys in the striped shirts. I mean, those are the right calls. That's going to do it for us in the first quarter. Western Michigan, fireworks to start this game on the second play of the game. Buckley took it 75 yards to the house. Since then, it's been the Garrett Shrader show. 17 on use in the red zone as we begin this second quarter. Trying to make it 24 points in a row. Shrader nowhere to go with it, and he sees an ocean of green in front of him. Fights his way toward the end zone. Touchdown for Garrett Shrader. That's the first rushing touchdown of the season for Garrett Shrader and the 30th of his career.
You see the little twist, the little game up front is by this blitzing defense, and the Red Sea parts for Shrader, and he waltzes in the end zone. Has to put his shoulder down on the 1 yard line, but there was nobody in the middle of the field for him.
Among active quarterbacks, it's Bo Nix at Oregon with 32 rushing touchdowns in his career, and then Garrett Shrader, who picks up his 30th. Syracuse, 24 straight points. Ball game, 75-yard touchdown run on the second play of the game for Jalen Buckley. Syracuse kind of stumbled on its first offensive drive. Should have been a touchdown, had a pass that was dropped, had to settle for a field goal, but 3 straight touchdown drives for the Orange offense. And they are in control. .14:52 to go in this second quarter. Denneberg out to kick it off once again. Rinse and repeat. So Western Michigan to open the game, 2 plays, 75 yards. Since then, you had a 3-and-out punt after running 5 plays. 5 more plays and another punt. That's a total of 15 yards after that opening drive.
Now, if I was Western Michigan, I'd get back to Buckley. Buckley, the guy who had 194 yards last week, started this game off with a bang with a 75-yard run. I'd get back to giving that kid the ball.
And they do on first down, and there's just nothing there for Jalen Buckley.
Great job by this Syracuse defense of filling all the holes, literally leaving no place for Buckley to run. But I think you got to stick with it. I think you really got to stick with the run.
Gain of a yard there. Buckley, the freshman from Aurora, Illinois. This time Salopek wants to pass. Pocket collapsing. Dumps it off to the side, and that's going to be lost yardage. Elijah Clark, Von Darton, both in coverage. Loss of 3 on the catch by Leroy Thomas.
And exactly what we talked about Rocky Long, showing Salopek one thing in the beginning, and right before the snap, changing that defense up where they're trying to confuse the quarterback. And I think Rocky Long really did that right there with that call. Now they got to deal with the noise. They got to deal with this crowd.
Wildhouse on its feet. 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Salopek stepping up, trying to make a play, and he's brought down from behind. Chasing and making the tackle, Leon Lowry, the sophomore from Elizabeth, New Jersey.
And Leon Lowry, he's getting after it. He beats the block of Buckley and then chases the quarterback down from behind, showing great speed for coming from that linebacker position. He's a sophomore, 6'4", 239 pounds, and ran down Salopek right there from behind.
DeMarcus Adams once again back to return the punt from Domschke. He'll take it. Fair catch called. This Syracuse defense, after that opening big run, has really settled in and played well. Rocky Long, in his 49th year of college coaching, head coach at New Mexico, defensive coordinator at San Diego State for a couple of years, took over the head coaching job, went back to be the defensive coordinator and linebackers coach at New Mexico. Developed a relationship years ago with Dino Babers. Dino Babers was intrigued with the 3-3-5 defense. He's kind of been the architect of that. Says that he learned it originally from Jolie Dunn. His pass down the middle of the field. An easy one. Umari Hatcher at least made it look easy. Great touch by Garrett Shrader, and another big play for Syracuse offensively.
Yeah, Syracuse, Western Michigan going to a zero coverage right there. Bringing the blitz man-to-man, and you beat that guy, and it's a big play. And Umari does that on that play. And that's a great ball delivered by Shrader.
Really nice touch. 48 yards. Shrader now pressured. Positive yardage down near the 20-yard line. Just going back to the Rocky Long Dino Babers relationship. Dino Babers was intrigued. He said, have you got a guy that I can hire that knows how to teach this defense? He did. He hired Zach Arnett. Zach Arnett was at Syracuse for about 8 days before leaving to go join Mike Leach's staff at Mississippi State as the defensive coordinator. After that, he went back, Dino Babers did, to Rocky Long, and he recommended Tony White, who's been the coordinator here for the last couple of seasons. Tony White joined Matt Rule's staff at Nebraska. And so this time, when Dino Babers called Rocky Long, he's like, hey, have you got another guy? And he said, how about me?
Yeah, Rocky was running out of guys, and he wanted to get back into football, and he's been he's done a great job with that 3-3-5, and like he said, he wants to show a quarterback one picture, and then right before the snap, change that picture where he doesn't have time to adjust.
Shrader with time over the middle, complete. Another catch by Isaiah Jones. He's brought down just short of the goal line. Wofford on the tackle, gain of 17, first and goal for the Orange.
Yeah, Schrader's just dealing right now. He's got the two safeties back now and finds his man going over the middle, and that's where the weakness in the defense. When you got those two safeties slaying on both hashes, the weakness is right down the middle, and Shrader delivering a great ball. Gets down to the one. I know he wanted his guy to get in the end zone and collect that touchdown pass.
LeQuint Allen airborne into the end zone. Touchdown for him. That's his second rushing touchdown of the ball game. And Syracuse right now completely in control.
Yeah, the second time we've seen Syracuse on the goal line get into that heavy package. They get into the heavy package and they just overpower that defensive line. And then LeQuint Allen going over the top. You got to love what you see in that offensive line, how physical they are when they get inside the 5-yard line.
I think LeQuint Allen just went airborne for style points. I mean, he could have just walked into the end zone behind the hole that line created with a couple of extra blockers in there as well.
I think he did too. I think he was trying to impress the judges going over the top, but that puts Syracuse up 31-7.
Right, 7-0. 31 straight points. LeQuint Allen with the most recent touchdown. Tonight, after Southern Miss and Florida State, the ACC Huddle crew will have a complete wrap-up of that game and the entire day. Highlights, analysis, interviews with players and coaches. They have got you covered over on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. And we've got you covered right now inside JMA Wireless Stone on the campus of Syracuse University. Syracuse opened the season last week with a win over Colgate, in which they set a school record 677 total yards of offense. And they don't appear to have any interest in checking up this week. Yeah, I mean, do you think it gets boring for the kickoff team? Like, you know, you can't take a play off. You can't not hustle down in the event that Denenberg actually misses one. But he's got, what, like 18 kickoffs now this season, and 17 of them have been touchbacks?
Yeah, Denenberg, he's a weapon. He's a weapon that you know every time he's going to put that ball deep in the end zone. No one's bringing it out.
How about the fact that they've got two special team captains? Brady Denenberg is a team captain, and also their holder, Justin Barron. So here, Abdus Salam is into the game, and big tackle on the sidelines. Austin Hintz. Good gain on first down for Western Michigan. They really need a sustained offensive drive.
They really do, and that's a good start off the run fake right there, getting the ball to the tight end and a nice physical end to that run for the first down.
Gain of 10 and a first down. Salopek gets it out quickly and completes it on first down here.
Yeah, and that's a going to the quick game. They ran all hitches right there, 5 yards, and that's just like as good as a handoff right there. So, because that's what you want to get out of that first down play. You want to at least get 4 to 5 yards, keep you on schedule.
Salopek going to keep it himself, dives forward. He'll be spotted just shy of the 45-yard line. About a yard short of a first down after a gain of 4.
Yeah, they ran that same play that they hit Henson in the flat, and he was covered this time. So Salopek just puts his head down and gets as much yards as he possibly can.
Looking for a first down to keep the drive alive. Western Michigan 0 of 4 on third downs today. That changes right here. First down for the Broncos.
Yeah, Syracuse lined up, bringing pressure from both sides, for both edges. And the Broncos are able to exploit the middle of the line and gain that first down.
A couple of first downs on this drive. Another quick pass from Salopek. And yeah, it's been a good recipe, right? Positive yardage on first down. Goes back to Dudon.
Yeah, like I said, when you're running those quick games and those quick screens, you're looking for 4 to 5 yards on first down, and that's exactly what they're getting.
Abdus Salam on the carry. A little help moving the pile across midfield. Gain of a couple.
And what Western Michigan is doing right here is they're changing up that tempo. They're going faster and faster. And that's something that their offensive coordinator said they wanted to do coming in this game, is really control the game by changing the tempo. Not always throwing fastballs, but not always throwing curveballs. Throw some change-ups in there.
Jalen Buckley back into the game for Western Michigan. Third down and a long 3.
Here comes pressure.
Handoff to Buckley, fighting his way toward the 45. He's going to be brought down at the 46.
And that's a great call. That's a great call. You know, they see the pressure coming in. They're just trying to split a gap right there and trying to hit it on the run. And he almost got through there. It's going to leave you a 4th and 2, a 4th and a long 2.
Got to take it across the 44-yard line. Salopek getting signals from the sideline. Plenty of time on the play clock. Loud as the dome has been all day. Salopek to throw. Unloads it. Complete. Big catch there for Kenneth Womack. Gain of 5 yards and a first down for Western Michigan.
And that's making a play for your quarterback. He's covered. This guy's covered. Womack is covered, but he goes down and secures that catch, and we're moving the chains. That's how you make a play for your quarterback.
Salopek gets rid of it quickly, and that's a dangerous spot there. Jeremiah Wilson in coverage.
Great coverage by Wilson. He saw that he was one-on-one, man-to-man on this short side of the field. He knew the quick game was coming, and he really jumped that route. That could have been one of those situations where one of the bands were going to play. You had man-to-man, and he really jumped that route. There was no help behind him, so if that receiver catches that ball, but Wilson does a great job of getting in there, knocking that ball away, and challenging it.
And that's one of those where the coach says, throw it where your guy can catch it or nobody can catch it.
Yeah.
It's just far enough. Little flea flicker, but pressure absolutely blows it up. Stephon Thompson with the sack.
Running the flea flicker, giving the ball to Buckley, and he pitches it back, but Stephon was not having any of that. Thompson coming off the edge just totally beats his man off the ball. And he was not fooled at all. Went straight for the quarterback and takes Salopek down for a huge loss and puts them in 3rd and long. And you know what that's going to bring. That's going to bring this crowd back into the game.
Loss of 13 on the play. Bushy, the right tackle, had no answer for Stephon Thompson. 3rd and 23. Pressure comes again. Salopek steps up. That's complete back to the 45, so got some of it back. Marlowe Wax on the tackle.
Yeah, and Marlowe Wax, they rave about this kid. They say he's all over the field. The coaches say he's one of the guys that if he's got to look for a guy to make a play, Wax is that guy.
Offense stays on the field for Western Michigan, and why not down 24 and giving up 31 unanswered. 4th down and 13 after a gain of 10 on 3rd down. How much pressure will Syracuse bring here? Quick kick instead. And effective down to the 5, still rolling. It's going to be down at the 1 yard line. An effective pooch punt, 43 yards inside the 1, no return. We're just inside 5 minutes in the 2nd quarter. It's all Syracuse. Taking home the hardware last year.
False start. Offense number 63. Half a distance to the goal, 1st down.
All right, so that's a 6-inch penalty. Syracuse with the early movement, half the distance to the goal. The back end of the football is basically up against the goal line. So 99 yards to go for this Syracuse offense, just under 5 minutes. Shrader looking to pass from the end zone. Traffic all around him, and he has to throw it away.
Yeah, Western Michigan right there, getting some good pressure on the quarterback. And Shrader does a smart thing right there, just throw it away. You see the pressure, you see the twist game. And Shrader, like I said, does the smart thing. You don't have anything there. Don't give up anything. Just throw it away and let's play another down.
Did you see the reaction on the side from Donovan Brown there? He was open. Nobody was around him. Shrader just didn't see him. Shrader lets it go. Just a go route up the sideline. A little hand fighting. Flag comes in.
Yeah, you're going to get a pass interference. I think that's Halleck. I think he kind of panicked right there. I think he kind of panicked, saw the ball in the air, and just tried to reach out and grab the receiver.
Pass interference, defense number 3. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
All right, Syracuse has done a lot of good things in this 1st half. But on top of that, Western Michigan has absolutely shot themselves in the foot repeatedly with penalties.
And that's something we talked to Coach Taylor about. These amount of penalties that are keeping drives alive. Shooting, he called it shooting themselves in the foot. And they just can't do that. And that's one of your guys that you're leaning on, Halleck.
7 penalties for 80 yards. That one is incomplete.
And you see right there, they bring the blitz. They bring the safety, Halleck. And Shrader's trying to replace him and throw the ball right exactly where the blitz came from. And if he hits that ball,
Western Michigan, 80 yards of penalties, just 81 yards of offense. 75 of that came on one play. This complete to the side, but Stepping on the sideline, Umari Hatcher.
The runner stepped out of bounds at the 19-yard line, 3rd down.
Hatcher trying to fight for extra yards on that sideline. Just steps out of bounds right there.
Juwan Price has come into the game for Syracuse in the backfield. The redshirt junior from Phoenix, transfer from New Mexico State. Isaiah Jones in motion. It's Jones over the middle, open, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and he's dropped at the 38-yard line.
And Jones showing some tough running after the catch. Just a shallow cross right here, man-to-man against Halleck. A good tackler, and Halleck misses that tackle.
Timeout.
Running tough and physical, Isaiah Jones taking that ball across the line for the 1st down.
Break on the field for an injury. Deshaun Bussell is down. We'll check on him when we come back. Syracuse up big. Shrader has 16 completions in this game to 7 different receivers. And Byron, how about Shrader's first half?
Yeah,
266 yards passing, a touchdown, 31 yards rushing, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's really dealing the ball in the first half, and that's what you want to see. Guys like Donovan Brown, Isaiah Jones, Umari Hatcher, they're stepping up and making plays, and you got your All-American tight end that's out. We saw him come back on crutches. You want to see other guys step up and make big plays, and they're doing that for their quarterback.
And that's the part of the game for Syracuse today that is heartbreaking, as you see Arande Gadsden with the boot on his right foot, and that happened very early in this ball game. That's Juwan Price on the carry, finds a hole up the middle for a gain of about 7 on 1st down. Arande Gadsden, preseason All-ACC, preseason All-American. He is on the watch list for both the Biletnikoff and the Maxwell Awards. Last week went over 1,000 yards receiving in his career. Swing pass to Price. That's good enough for a 1st down into Bronco territory.
And Shrader right there with pressure in his face, delivering a catchable football out in the flat. Great job with, like you said, pressure in his face and just giving his back a chance to catch that ball and make the 1st down.
Price on the carry, picks his way forward for about 4 yards on 1st down. And Syracuse actually kind of slowing things down a little bit, kind of in that 4-minute offense mode.
Yeah, and it's good to see they're giving Price a chance to see what he can do. It's going to be a long season, so you gotta know what you have backing up LeQuint Allen.
Not much there on 2nd down. Juwan Price, 6 carries for 18 yards last week in the win over Colgate. Don't forget, you got a good one coming up tonight in Tallahassee. Southern Miss and number 4 Florida State Seminoles coming off the win against LSU on Sunday night. That's Boone Bonema that is down on the field. You watched that game on Sunday night, Matt?
Yeah, I watched it.
How incredibly impressive. Jordan Travis, Florida State defense, experienced offensive line.
Just amazing, just amazing. He's one of those quarterbacks, like we talked about Shrader being a dual threat. He does it a little different way than Shrader, but he's exciting to watch. And I don't know what the coach said to that team at halftime, but the way that defense came out and played after halftime, it was just impressive. Impressive win by Florida State over LSU.
And look, it was a good opening weekend for the ACC period. You think about the game in Charlotte with North Carolina getting the win over South Carolina. Great start to the season for Drake May. And
over the last few years, impressive.
Big throw. That's Gill on the catch.
That's getting Gill in the game. Quick game right there. Easy throw, easy catch, and Gill making it happen after the catch.
Another quick throw from Shrader. I mean, what a different type drive this has been from Syracuse. They have feasted on the middle of the field with Garrett Shrader throwing the football And it's like, yeah, let's take some time off the clock. We'll run it a little bit. We'll do some quick hitters to the outside. And a 4 on first down there. Price again with a seam. Fights his way down to the 16-yard line, and another Syracuse first down on a gain of 14.
Yeah, big hole on that right side of the line right there. Bradford opening up that right side of the line, and Price hitting it hard.
That one's incomplete. A little too tall for Price out of the backfield.
Yeah, you see Garrett going to his second read right there. He was looking for a shot down the field. The receiver slipped, so he comes out and checks it down, checks the ball down to Price. And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. You want to see him go through his reads, and if the first guy's not there, get to the next guy.
Penetration that time looked like leading the way was Mason Nelson. And you got a Syracuse offensive lineman who is down.
Officials timeout for an injured offensive player.
It's David Wallaball Jr. Big day coming up tomorrow on the ACC network for you. Get started with field hockey at noon Eastern. That's UConn at number 7 Syracuse. Then it's a women's soccer triple header. Number 20 Northwestern at Virginia Tech. Florida State in a Sunshine State rivalry. And then Wyoming at Louisville to cap things off at 5:30 Eastern. It's all on the ACC network and streaming on the ESPN app. Taking a long look at David Wallaball. His father, Dave, was a center on the football team here at Syracuse. Spent 9 years in the NFL.
And Wallaball is one of those players that Dino Baber said that really impressed him in that first game. It looks like he's coming off with he's not putting much weight on that foot.
No pressure on that left leg. We'll see if he's able to return this afternoon. 3rd down and 9 coming up for Syracuse after the injury timeout with 90 seconds left in this opening half. Western Michigan scored first, led it 7-0, but it's been 31 straight for Syracuse. Should be a free play, shot toward the end zone, incomplete. Flag comes in at the end, so now you got 2 flags on the play.
And Shrader using the snap count right there to earn that free play. And you know, once that you get the defense in the neutral zone, take a shot down the field, and that's exactly what Shrader did right there. And they're going to get another penalty on top of that. Looks like.
So if you get a pass interference penalty at
there are 2 fouls in the previous play, both against the defense. Offside, number 91. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, number 1, will be accepted. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
So Bilal Kone is called for pass interference.
Yeah, like I said, using that snap count and then knowing I got a free play, let me put it out there for my receiver. That's a tough call. Yeah, that's a tough call on that defense, but Shrader doing exactly what you want to see a quarterback do. Once you get that free play, that free opportunity, take a shot deep, take a shot, see if we can get a touchdown out of it. They're back in that power formation.
Shrader under center. Hard running for LeQuint Allen, just bulldogging his way into the end zone for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. He says, yes, I'm stronger than you.
LeQuint Allen, the 6', 195, he's running like he's 230. Really just determined to get in the end zone right there. You love the extra effort. And just watch this. He stopped initially right there. What a great play. He stopped, but he doesn't give up. Fights hard, gets his way in the end zone, and shows, hey, I've been in the weight room this offseason.
Third time that these two teams have met. Syracuse scored 55 in each of the first two meetings. A win on the road in Kalamazoo, and then a win here in the Dome. So let me ask you this. Last week, well, we'll take another look at the touchdown first. So Allen, that's the whole keep the legs moving thing, right?
Yeah, that is definitely keeping the legs moving. He's like I said, running bigger than that 195 pound body. He's running like he's 230 or 240. You gotta love the effort though. On that 1 yard line, you know, it means something to him. He cares about it, and he's gonna give you everything he's got.
14 plays, 99 yards. And I mean, it was every bit of 99 yards. As you see David Wallaball going off on crutches. That's the second time that's happened today for Syracuse, and it's not a good sign. It's a team that was decimated by injuries a year ago. A great start to the season, then the injuries really started to pile up, put the year into a bit of a tailspin. Did get to a bowl game and finished 7-6 a year ago. We asked Dino Babers when he went to sleep tonight what would define success, and he said, well, a win, first of all. You never lose sight of that. But he also said coming out of this game healthy. And he's got an All-American tight end and now one of his starting offensive linemen who have left the field on crutches. So not sure that we've checked that box. How much do you see Garrett Shrader in the second half?
You know, with what you just said, these injuries, I think you play him maybe middle of the third quarter.
Okay.
If the game keeps going like it's going.
Minute 19 until halftime. Salopek comes out throwing, and that's broken up. Defended well by Isaiah Johnson, fifth-year senior captain. Stepped up and made a big play there.
Yeah, Johnson is a captain. He's an impact player, and he really just jumps this route and does a great job right there, knocking that ball away. Seeing it, trusting what he saw with his eyes, and then just going after the ball.
Over the middle, this one's complete. Good route. Malik Dudon was wide open in a soft spot in the defense. Gain of 18 yards and a first down.
And they're going to go fast here. They're going to try to get into at least field goal range.
Salopek with time. Sambucci. Anthony Sambucci tackled by Isaiah Johnson.
That's a great open field tackle by Johnson. Playing man-to-man coverage right there.
Western Michigan, 30 seconds in length. Please set the game clock to 58 seconds. 58 on the game clock, please.
So Johnson on the man-to-man coverage really does a great job making that tackle because there's nobody else. That play's going to be a huge play if he doesn't make that tackle.
Jack Salopek, 13 of 18. 82 yards. Really got into a little bit more of a rhythm throwing the ball in the last couple of drives.
Yeah, the problem that he's faced is the pressure, and Rocky Long changing up those defenses and changing up those looks. But right now he's feeling comfortable. He's hit a few plays right there in a row. Let's see what he can do with this last 58 seconds.
Salopek unloads it quickly, and that's caught for a first down and more. Sambucci not only makes the catch, but he's able to get out of bounds to stop the clock after a gain of 15.
And that's a big time throw from the hash all the way to the sideline, all the way across. Getting it over the linebacker right there and dropping that ball in to Sambuchi. And he gets up, does a smart thing, gets out of bounds, saves that timeout. They got 2.
.51 seconds until halftime. Sambuchi all-out blitz, and he is dropped for a loss by Derek McDonald.
And we've seen the Syracuse defense playing coverage here. Rocky Long must have got frustrated and said, hey, let me send some guys after him.
Western Michigan, 30 seconds in length.
Loss of 9 on the sack. McDonald's had a big play 2 weeks in a row, had a pick 6. Excuse me, that was last year. A pick 6 in the opener against Louisville a season ago.
And he flew off that edge and immediate pressure, and Salapak really didn't have a chance to do anything.
McDonald was one of the guys that had to fight through injury a season ago. He missed 4 games. So 2nd down and 19. And look, when Western Michigan goes into the locker room and they get to tonight, tomorrow, and really watch the tape on this game, there's going to be a lot of frustration because when things would get going, penalty, negative play, there's a lot of stuff that they can point to in terms of cleaning up. But some of it's just Syracuse also. Salopek dumps it out of the backfield, and that is going to be incomplete.
Early on the field is an incomplete forward pass. 3rd down, incomplete pass.
Yeah, Salopek just not delivering a ball in front of the receiver. He threw it behind him, and that's a hard ball to catch when you're running one way. 3rd and long. This is definitely not what you want to be in versus a Rocky Long defense.
That was simply a running back that had slipped out of the backfield kind of as a safety valve.
Looks like they're going to back up and play coverage.
Only bring 4, dumped across the middle. Big play on the catch that time, Kenneth Womack. They'll get it down to what, the 37-yard line, and the offense will stay on to try to convert on 4th down. Clock running after the 3rd down play. Salopek steps up, fires, incomplete, intercepted. He overshot his target on the interception. Jason Simmons trying to work his way up the sideline. Now he cuts it back. He's got blockers. He's got a chance. Flags come in. Takes it to the end zone. But flags down as the clock goes to zeros on this first half. You had multiple flags go to basically the same spot, likely for a block in the back. What a run after the interception by Simmons.
What an exciting play. And, you know, some of those guys get eager to help you. And they want to help you get down the field, and that's when those block in the backs or holding happens.
There is no foul for an illegal block below the waist. The contact in question has been determined as legal. It is a touchdown.
Erase the butt. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And you see Salopek feeling the pressure, stepping up in the pocket, and just overthrows his receiver.
No penalty. We had
Simmons doing a great job of staying in bounds right there. He knows where he is, cuts back, picks up a convoy of blocks, and cruises into the end zone. What a play, what an exciting play. Really got this crowd on its feet, and what a way to end the half.
So no time on the clock, extra point coming. Syracuse trying to hang 45 in the first half against Western Michigan, and they do just that. It was Western Michigan that struck first with on the second play of the game.
The end of the first half.
A 75-yard touchdown run from Jalen Buckley. But after that, all cute.
I agree with that. But the other thing that you need as a coach is you need your backups to get some reps.
Yeah.
And if you get that opportunity, you want to see what you got in the cupboard. You know, it's a long season. Anything can happen.
Syracuse with a return to start the second half. DeMarcus Adams out to the 25-yard line. All right, so last week it was a shutout against Colgate, 65-0. You see the 45 points in the first half today. Defensive touchdown in each of the last two games as well. All right, so no Garrett Shrader to start the second half. It is Carlos Del Rio Wilson. He hands off to Juwan Price for a short gain on first down. Del Rio Wilson from Atlanta played at Cartersville High School, went to Florida out of high school, and is transferred to Syracuse. He was pretty good last week, 10 of 13, 149 yards, and 3 touchdowns through the air.
And this is what you want to do. This is, if you're Dino Babers, give your backup a chance to get in there and get some reps, some game time reps.
Airing it out down the field, incomplete. Umari Hatcher trying to come back to the ball. Got tied up with Aaron Wofford just a little bit.
Yeah, that ball a little underthrown by Del Rio Wilson. He couldn't step up in the pocket. Good pressure right up in his face by this Western Michigan defensive line. So he really couldn't step into that throw. And as a result, you get the ball that's short.
So third down coming here for the Orange. 3rd and 8. Max Mang, the tight end, flips over to the right side. Pressure comes, and climbing the ladder to make the catch, Umari Hatcher. But pretty good on both ends there, because Del Rio Wilson stood in and took the hit, and then Hatcher with a really good grab.
Yeah, the Broncos able to get pressure on him without bringing the blitz, but he does a good job of standing in there, delivering the ball, and Hatcher going up to climbing the ladder to go get it. Great execution by both of those guys.
Juwan Price gets turned back for no gain on first down. Marshawn Nealon. It's the guy that they're going to move around a lot. I think that's the first time that we've called his name today.
Yeah, he's the guy that the coach described as a dog. He's the guy that they depend on that defensive line.
They'll put his hand on the ground. They'll put him in the middle of the defensive line, but they'll also move him to the outside and have him stand up. Standing up there in the middle of the line, and down goes Del Rio Wilson.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion right there in the offensive line, and you saw guys walking up and backing off. I don't think they really got confused of who's coming and who's not coming, and that's what that defense does to you. And because they blitz from everywhere. You told they're going to bring corners, they're going to bring linebackers, safety. They might bring a trainer or two, and he got really confused, that defensive line right there.
Mason Nelson that came up with the sack. 3rd and long here for Syracuse. Western Michigan trying to get off the field. Pressure coming, complete to the tight end. That's Max Mang across midfield, but short of the first down. Corey Walker on the tackle.
And they brought a 6-man pressure blitz right there and was able to make that tackle, keeping them short of the first down. And that's a good start for that Western Michigan defense coming off in the second half, getting them stopped, getting the punt, give your offense a chance to get out there.
And look, Jack Stonehouse has got to love the success for the offense, but he says, frankly, guys, I'm bored. This is his first punt since the first drive of the season. So drive number 1 against Colgate 20 drives ago, and all he does is pin them inside the 10-yard line. 45-7, Syracuse leading it over Western. Hayden Wolf into the game for Western Michigan, the backup quarterback for the Broncos. Transfer from Old Dominion, 45-7. Syracuse leading it over Western Michigan. They were ready to play before we were there, so they had one without us. So we got a 2nd down and 8 coming up. Wolf, a big kid, 6'5", redshirt junior. And makes a nice throw on the run. That ball caught by Kenneth Womack, and he's pushed out of bounds after going across the 40-yard line. Jason Simmons on the tackle.
Yeah, nice throw on the sprint out by Wolf right there. Escaping the pocket and delivering a catchable ball. And that's a huge play for this Western Michigan offense.
Gain of 34 for Western Michigan. And when we talked with Lance Taylor and Billy Kosh about Hayden Wolf, they really, really like what he brings to the team. They say he's smart, that he's tough, that he is kind of a pro in the way that he prepares for games. He and Jack Salopek are good friends off the field. Truth of the matter is, though, they brought Hayden Wolf in to be the quarterback, and Salopek ended up winning it. He didn't come until summer, though. He was not there for spring and just kind of found himself behind. And the expectation was you're probably going to see some Hayden Wolf this year.
Yeah, he's a guy who really pushed Salopek in this offseason, and he's getting a chance to play in this game and getting some valuable reps right now.
The 3rd and 7 coming here. You see Salopek. Well, he played a pretty decent first half. Wolf with time. That one's tipped up into the air. Jeremiah Wilson broke on that. Wolf fortunate that all that was a batted away pass and not a pick six.
Yeah, Wilson's been all over it today. He's been jumping routes, and if you notice right there, it looked like the pressure was coming from the left side. Right before the snap, they shift and adjust and bring the pressure from the right. So kind of confused Wolf right there, and almost a turnover.
DeMarcus Adams awaits an end-over-end kick. And that takes a Western Michigan roll. It will come down at the 11. So Syracuse gets the ball back, leading at 45-7 with 9:11 left in the 3rd. 40 there for that as well. He really has been an important part of this Syracuse team, and Syracuse has become an important part of his team as well. Dino Babers has talked about how much it has made his players grow and how it has reminded them there's more than just football to be concerned about. Really neat story with Andrew. Juwan Price bottled up and dropped behind the line of scrimmage on 1st down.
Yeah, nowhere to run right there for Price. Good job rallying to the football. Took a big hit, and that's their guy, Tate Halleck again, up there. And he's that safety that, you know, he plays back in coverage, but he's also that extra guy that they walk down in the box to help against the run game. And he delivered a huge hit, the transfer from Michigan State.
Juwan Price split out wide this time. Flags, though, before the snap.
Before the ball will snap, false start, offense number 87, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Five penalties now on Syracuse in the game today. Another big weekend in college football. They all are. I mean, we only get 14 of them a year, so they're all big. This pass over the middle incomplete. Carlos Del Rio Wilson, again, his arm hit as he let it go. Pressure from Isaiah Green and Marshawn Nealon. But
yeah, pressure right in his face, and you know that's a dangerous situation right there, throwing that ball over the middle high like that. And we've seen Salapak do that at the end of the first half, and that led to a Syracuse touchdown. That's some nice pressure by that defensive line by the Broncos, for the Broncos.
We'll check in on some scores from some other ACC games in a little while. This pass complete out across the 10 to about the 13-yard line. It's going to force Syracuse to punt once again. And Valari on the reception. Halleck once again on the tackle. But for the second week in a row, Byron, the headline-grabbing team program in college football has been the University of Colorado. An unbelievable scene in Boulder today. Building up to that game, a hard sellout on the secondary market. Tickets ridiculous. I mean, you got to have like I've won 2 Super Bowls money if you were going to buy 2 tickets on the secondary market for that one. But Colorado with a big win over Nebraska to start 2-0. Jack Stonehouse punting it away. Jack he's a kicker, right? And a punter in particular. And they have to remind you that they have fun, and punters are people too.
I'm back. Can I add my own sound effects when I punt? Wham! You know? Whammy. Skadoosh. Boom. Pow! Just a Spider-Man. Fine, I'll show it. I think everyone keeps asking. It's real plastic right there.
A Spider-Man fetish for the punter Jack Stonehouse. He told us that Spider-Man chain tipped away. Womack trying to haul that one in. Told us it was plastic. He paid $30 for it online, and he stopped wearing it. Actually, it turned his neck green. He
said he paid. Yeah, he told us he paid $30 for it. I think he paid $29 too much for
it. so he's got like this whole Spider-Man collection, memorabilia and clothing and whatever else. That one just thrown away.
Yeah, great coverage right there. Number 3 again, our man. Is that Wilson? Johnson, I'm sorry, Johnson. Great coverage by him. And if he would have threw that ball to the receiver, they definitely would have be striking up the band for real on that one. Great coverage.
So you a big Spider-Man guy?
I used to be.
Oh, yeah?
That was my first Halloween costume.
There you go.
Spider-Man, yeah.
So now you just do like Spider-Man pajamas or something? 3rd and 10, Wolf steps up. He's got some room, looking to throw, decides to run, and he's going to be pushed out just short of the line to gain. Marlowe Wax closing in and shoving him out of bounds after an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, Wolf showing some great mobility there. I think he could have made that decision a little bit earlier to run, and he may have picked up that first down. As a result, it's going to bring up a 4th and short.
Western Michigan going for it, 4th and a yard. Actually got to go across midfield and get to the 49 of Syracuse to pick up the first down. So closer to 2. Wolf floats it, dropped. Kenneth Womack jumped. He didn't have to. I think he thought he was about to have to brace for a big hit. He wasn't. He just dropped it.
And Western Michigan got what they wanted right there. They got in the right play versus that blitz, and they picked it up. And they got the one-on-one matchup they wanted. He made the right decision, and the ball is just dropped.
Let's take a peek around the ACC, the rest of the stuff that's going on today. Louisville winning on Thursday night big.
I'm intrigued in that game right there.
A couple of nice wins for the Atlantic Coast Conference, with North Carolina beating South Carolina. Border state rivalry game. By the way, we had a break for a flag, and then they picked it up. We didn't miss anything. Juwan Price says, "Don't miss me." Shoved out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. In a 22 for Juwan Price.
And that's an impressive run by Price. Running hard, running strong. You see just the counter play, follows his blockers, gets to the outside, splits the defense, and runs tough. And that's what your coach wants to see out of your backup running back. He wants to see that you're durable and you can handle it.
Price trying to get to the outside, a little stiff arm to make the first man miss. Gains a couple, and he's dropped by Aaron Wofford. Let's take one more look.
Yeah, just a physical run by Price, and look at the way he ends this thing, lowering his shoulder and running over a Western Michigan Bronco on his way to the first down.
How would you like to be looking through the eyepiece of a camera with that coming at you?
It looks like Syracuse is really going to. Looks like they're leaning on this run game right now, and giving Price some valuable opportunities right here.
Hey, props to Chris for hanging in there with the camera with that shot coming into his lap. Price up the gut, 1st and goal for Syracuse, knocking on the door one more time.
And they're just running power football straight downhill right at you and saying, hey, can you stop us? And Price with a big explosive run right there. Another power formation with the tight end to the right. Oh, they shipped him over.
A lot of traffic there for Jawan Price.
Yeah, they tried to run the counter play, and it seemed like something was off from the start there. No place to run for Price.
Jawan Price, the transfer from New Mexico State. Originally from Phoenix, Arizona. Peoria High School.
Looks like they're bringing an extra tight end, so they're going to 2 tight end set, power set.
That's Valari, who went in motion to the left side. Price spun around and driven back at the 3-yard line. It will bring up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, and you know, this Western Michigan defense is still fighting. You know, they brought in, like I said, 3 tight ends actually that time, and Western Michigan stood up and not going to let them in the end zone that easy.
Gained a couple. The ball's at the 2. 3rd down and goal to go for Syracuse, trying to take it over 50 as we close in on 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. It's Price off the direct snap into the end zone for a Syracuse touchdown. For Syracuse as a team, that's the 5th touchdown on the ground in the game. Garrett Shrader had 1, LeQuint Allen had 3, and now Jawan Price gets in on the scoring party.
And Price pays this drive off. He's the guy that got him down there. He was the workhorse, and it's great to see him get the payoff with the touchdown right there, just powering that ball in the end zone. We got a flag, I think.
Yeah, what else is new?
The ruling on the field was a touchdown. That play is under further review. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 81. That penalty will be enforced depending on the result of the review.
That's Max Meng, who gets the unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. So we'll take another look at the touchdown run. I think I said direct snap a second ago. I apologize. Just a straight lead play. Ooh, I don't know. You got that knee down outside the 1 before he reaches across?
I don't know. That's going to be close.
It really is.
Close, too close to call for me.
That leg was going down, but it was like, did the knee get all the way to the ground? And I mean, that's what they're going to be looking at, Byron, is that. So watch his knee. All right, so Leg goes down here, but it doesn't make contact with the ground. It's like he's Gumby or something. Look at it. So it looks like the knee, that left knee is going to the ground, but somehow he fully extends it, and there actually is not, he doesn't make contact with the ground, so then you kind of go farther up the body.
It's close.
It stands, right?
After reviewing the play, the runner's right forearm was down with the ball short of the line of the game. The ball will be brought back to that 1/2 yard line, or it'll be 4th down. The unsportsmanlike conduct foul number 81 will be assessed from that spot, penalized 15 yards.
So the touchdown's wiped off the board. And because of the unsportsmanlike conduct, you don't have it at the 1, you got it out at the 15. And Brady Dinneberg will come on to try a field goal. And Jawan Price gets robbed of a touchdown. I mean, think about that. He somehow managed to not have his knee go down, but then when he was kind of catching himself with his forearm, rolled down short of the line again. Dinneberg drives it through. He is 3 for 3 on the year after the field goal make there. Syracuse in front by 48-7. I told you Andrew's story a little while ago. There he is, Andrew Enright, part of Team Impact. So cool. He had the signing ceremony to officially commit to Syracuse. And this football team, this football program has really embraced Andrew and his family. Great story. Dinneberg is going to be sore tonight. He's been busy. A lot of kickoffs, couple of made field goals, a bunch of extra points. He has earned his post-game meal. You don't feel bad for the kickers?
Yeah. He's on scholarship too.
Touchback. We got a flag on the field. We'll check on that in just a moment. First, we'll tell you that coming up at 8:30 Eastern tonight, we will cap the day with number 4 Florida State hosting Southern Miss in Tallahassee. It's all available on the ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere.
Number 31. That 5-yard penalty will be assessed from the 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
All right. So we got the offside on the kicking team, but thankfully we don't have to re-kick it. So Western Michigan will begin from the 30-yard line. We are getting late in the 3rd quarter. 2:43 left in the 3rd. That's what you got coming up tonight. Southern Miss, Florida State. Southern Miss beat Alcorn State to open the year. Good win for Will Hall's team. Florida State hung 45 on LSU in a double-digit point win. They were 9 of 14 on 3rd down on Sunday night, 64%. And as the ACC Network's Mark Packer loves to say, they have got some frisbee-catching dogs in that wide receiver core for the Seminoles. Wolf swings it out. Good gain. It's going to be close to a 1st down, about a yard short. Jaden Bellamy on the tackle for Syracuse. Leroy Thomas on the catch. Third down and a yard for the Broncos. Play action, quick pass, complete. 1st down and more. That's Austin Hintz.
Great job by Hintz getting up and in the flat, turning it up the sideline, getting those extra yards. He's been impressive. He's really been impressive making plays for this offense. You know I'm a big fan of tight ends anyway.
As well you should be. See mom and dad on the road watching Austin play. I will say this as it pertains to Austin Hintz. Not had a chance to visit with him one-on-one, and I hate that. If we're not calling him Dr. Austin Hintz by the time all of this is over, he hasn't played this whole thing quite right.
He's had enough time to have a few degrees. You're right about that. But, you know, he's a guy that, you know, like I said, his teammates love him. It's good to see him back on the field. And, you know, he's been itching for this chance to get back on the football field.
And you can speak, Byron, certainly better than I as to you deal with those injuries, whether it's yourself or a teammate. When you're a player, you know how hard it is to get to game day from a health standpoint. And to see somebody who's worked for the entire offseason to get there, only to have a season-ending injury, and then have it happen again, you can't help but be thrilled for them when they finally get back on the field.
Like you said, it just takes a lot to get out there when you're healthy. And to go through those injuries and to battle through that, the rehab, and it's something that you love to do, and you're not being out there helping your team, it kills you.
3rd and 10. Pressure, and down goes Hayden Wolf. Anwar Sparrow.
Yeah, and Sparrow coming off the edge, and you see the pressure that, and Wolf, there's just nowhere to go with the football. Great coverage on the back end of that. Wolf tries to step up, but there's no hole to go into. There's no escaping. And this Rocky Long defense has been impressive. They gave up 7 points, second play of the game, and 0 since then.
Marcus Adams trying to have a big return, big play. Ball comes out. Looks like Syracuse is able to recover it, and a flag comes in as well.
Adams has done a nice job all day with returning the football. But you want to have it in your hand when the whistle blows. We'll see what this penalty is about.
Caleb Gilmore recovered the fumble.
Does a good job of splitting the guys right there, getting off the field, and just drops the football.
Our officials have had extended conversations after flags have been thrown and before we have been told what they are. I've had a couple that have been picked up. Oh, offsetting.
There's enough penalties for everybody.
Is that the block in the back? Right there at the catch?
Yeah, I think that's who they're calling, number 17, for the block in the back.
Jeremy Valentine. I think all in all, the officials have done a good job today. It has just kind of taken us a little extra time to get to the end result.
They've had a lot of work today. There's been enough penalties to go around for everybody, and our referee is explaining it to Dino Babers now.
What if he just opened his mic and explained it to all of us?
There are 2 penalties in the previous play. Personal foul, illegal blindside block on the kicking team. That penalty is declined. Illegal block on the back on the receiving team will be accepted. Penalized half the distance to the goal. 1st and 10, Syracuse.
So the illegal blindside block, which was against Western Michigan, was declined. I guess that's to avoid having a re-kick situation and just get the football back.
Yeah, I believe that's exactly what was explained to Dino Babers. He just wants the football and see what they can do with the last 20 seconds of this quarter.
Pass complete. That's a gain of enough for a 1st down. 12 yards. As Carlos Del Rio Wilson with another completion. He's 5 of 7 throwing the football. Terrell Gill Jr. on the catch just a moment ago. And we have reached the end of the third quarter.
Back in there getting some snaps. There's a lot of guys getting a lot of snaps. This is good for us.
Coach, what do you want to see out of your team in this final quarter? What are you looking for?
Ball security, turnovers, and finishing. We got to finish this thing out the right way.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
That was a concise Dino Babers. Certainly appreciate him spending just a minute with us in between quarters. Carlos Del Rio Wilson, Florida transfer, originally from Atlanta, backpedaling, now working his way back toward the line of scrimmage, and he'll go out of bounds for basically no gain.
Yeah, just excellent coverage down there. There was nothing, no one open. Del Rio Wilson having scrambled out of the pocket and just couldn't find anything there. Good job by that Broncos defense. They're still playing, playing as hard as they possibly can in this type of situation. Still got a lot of starters for them in the game.
Del Rio Wilson unloads down the middle of the field. Isaiah Jones a little late getting his head around. Not sure that he was on the same page as his quarterback there at Aaron Wofford in coverage.
Yeah, cover two, just trying to get the ball down the seam. And just seemed like the receiver and the quarterback right there on different pages right there.
So Jack Stonehouse, we made a joke about it earlier, right? About him saying, hey, include me too. He's like, I didn't mean this much, though. Just give me a little action.
He's going to actually have to take a shower after this one.
Zahir Abdus-Salam back to return the punt for Western Michigan. He'll call for a fair catch and makes it at the 33-yard line, and we will take a timeout. 13:38 to play. Syracuse up 48-7. He is also the winningest head coach in Syracuse football history, and an important addition into the ring.
Beating Floyd Little during my time in Denver, and actually had a personal relationship with him and talked to him about a few months before he passed. So I know he would be ecstatic to see his coach going into the ring of honor here at Syracuse. Floyd Little was the franchise. That was his nickname in Denver, the franchise. The original franchise player of the Broncos.
Trayson Bourget now in the game at quarterback for Western Michigan. Yeah, it really is remarkable when you think about, in a different era, how long coaches stayed at one place.
Yeah, it's impressive, and when you get that opportunity to stay at a place and build a program like he did, the number of great players that's going to pass through your doors, it's just incredible when you see those names. The Ernie Davis, the Floyd Littles, and of course, the great Jim Brown.
Jelani Galloway on the reception, good for a gain of 4. Jamal Haley is in as the running back. That catch made by Austin Hintz.
Hintz showing really good hands right there. Really good job catching the football.
That's Hintz to the outside.
That's my tight end right there.
There you go.
Hintz is making plays. He's been impressive today. When you sit out for a couple of years, you realize what you're missing, and you want to be out there with your brothers, and he's getting that opportunity now, and he's making the most of it. And his family is really enjoying seeing him out there and him making plays.
Fresh set of downs for Western Michigan, and a timeout taken
First charge
by
timeout.
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
10:59 to play. Western Michigan trying to get back in the score column. 35. They scored on the second play of the game, which feels like a really long time ago. It was a 75-yard touchdown run from Jalen Buckley. All right, what about the leader this evening? The pass is incomplete. They're now toward Hintz.
Yeah, that's a run pass option, just trying to hit Bosa in the flat and just misfired right there. This Syracuse defense has been impressive. You mentioned they gave up the long run on the second play of the game, and it's been a donut since. It's really been impressive.
Just 272 yards allowed so far today. Bourguet pulls it, lobs it down the sideline. That pass is caught. Jelani Galloway able to haul it in and move the chains.
We saw that run action again with the play fake. And that brought it out of the pocket. If he could get his body square and deliver a ball down the field, that ball kind of sailed on him towards the sideline. But if he delivers that ball a little more up the field, you could see that you would have saw the Broncos on the scoreboard again.
First play run in the red zone today for Western Michigan. Abdus Salam in the game. Bourguet just kind of shuttles it forward, and Hintz hauls it in.
Yeah, they run the exact same play again. With the play fake, rolling out, and watch Bourguet here. After the play fake, he's looking down for that big play down the field. Defense closing in on him and makes a headsy play right there, just shoveling the ball ahead to Bosa.
And I said Hintz a moment ago. It's Blake Bosma, third-year sophomore from Holland, Michigan. Bourguet to the outside, gets it out quickly. That's Hintz spinning his way down to the 5-yard line.
And Hintz he's still playing hard out here. There's no give up in this kid. When you're away from the game for as long as he's been, you're gonna take advantage of all those opportunities that you can get, and you're gonna play hard. And so Hintz is, like I said, he's been impressive. I like his athletic ability. I like what he's been doing after he catches the ball. And you've got a massive sub right here on the D line for the Syracuse. You know they want to keep them out of the end zone here.
Third down and a yard. Flag comes in.
False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
That's the center, Jacob Gideon.
And that's plagued Western Michigan all day. All day they could get something going. Like Coach Taylor said, they shoot themselves in the foot. This is their first time in the red zone, and they're deep in the red zone. And the penalty is going to set them back and make it that much more difficult to get another score on the board.
Jacob Gideon, despite the false start there, is the anchor in the middle of this line. He's on the Remington watch list. So instead of 3rd and 1, 3rd and 6 for the Broncos. Pressure coming toward the end zone, incomplete.
Yeah, good job coming off the edge right there, number 45. He's basically unblocked and just really comes in and pressures the quarterback. That's Caden Bailey, who just put immediate pressure on Bourguet right there, making him speed up his process and deliver that ball a little quicker than he wanted to.
No field goal try here for Western Michigan. Lance Taylor electing to go for it. So 4th down and 6. Bourguet done a nice job on this drive. He's got Abdus Salam in the backfield. He helps pick up the blitz. Bourguet takes a shot toward the back corner of the end zone. Incomplete. He overshot Austin Hintz, and that takes us to a timeout. 7:48 to play. Syracuse defense turns away Western Michigan one more time. As a coach in college football, you got Lou Esposito on the other side, former offensive lineman who's now a defensive coordinator. So Rocky Long is credited by many as kind of the architect of the 3-3-5 defense. That odd front where you go 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and then 5 guys in the secondary. And the truth is, he says Joe Lee Dunn is the guy that taught that defense to him. Now, Joe Lee Dunn was a head coach between Billy Brewer and Tommy Tuberville for 1 year at Ole Miss. Left Ole Miss, went to be the defensive coordinator at Arkansas, then served a longer stint at Mississippi State under Jackie Sherrill. Went to Memphis, then out west to New Mexico State. That's the path for Joe Lee Dunn, and we lost Joe Lee Dunn in 2021, a couple of years ago, one of the all-time characters. But he was the blitz them all. Like, bring them all, bring the pressure, bring it from everywhere. You don't know where it's coming, but it's coming over and over and over. Offense has adjusted to it a little bit, but Rocky Long and others who are kind of in this 3-3-5 coaching tree, including Lou Esposito, who, here's how he enters the story, was an offensive lineman at the University of Memphis when Joe Lee Dunn was the defensive coordinator there. And he said it's the hardest defense that we ever had to go against. It was our own defense trying to kind of figure out what to do, and therefore decided that he was also interested in the 3-3-5 when it came time for him to coach that side of the ball.
You know, the thing about the 3-3-5, you have the 3 down linemen, but what it really does is it brings more athletic guys on the field, more linebacker types that can run and can cover, more safety types that can play like linebackers and blitz, and that you just give you more athletes on that field, and then it kind of creates some confusion because you don't know who's the down lineman, who's coming, who's dropping out in coverage. It's a very confusing defense. It's hard to really study, and like Rocky Long was telling us about the defense, it shows you one picture, shows the quarterback one picture before the snap, and then changes that picture at the snap.
55 yards on the punt, no return. 48-7, Syracuse leads it with 6:20 to play. A trip from Syracuse to Berkeley that'll be something.
These are definitely not your father's conferences.
No.
You know, a lot of movement in college football, a lot of realignment. And like you said, SMU, Cal, Stanford entering the ACC.
And SMU, to me, that whole national championships thing for those 3 schools. They've been elite in in Olympic sports at Stanford University for a really, really long time. But going back to SMU, I'm so incredibly fascinated. Clearly there is a financial commitment among SMU supporters toward making this move, toward upgrades to Gerald Ford Stadium.
And to me, I think the biggest thing is how will this help SMU recruit? There's a lot of athletes down there in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
I went to high school there, and knowing that they're going to be joining one of the elite conferences in the country, in the ACC, how will this affect their recruiting? Will they be able to get those better players that are going to the Big 12 or the SEC or whatever those other conferences are? Will they be able to compete in the recruiting aspect of it?
Orgay overshoots everybody on 3rd down, brings up 4th and long. There is a flag on the field, maybe a hold on that route, headed down the sideline. We'll see. Yeah, and you know, you think about
pass interference, defense number 26, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Yeah, just the hand fighting on the outside and just grabs a little too much, and the official right there to throw the penalty.
I'm on Greenwood. Greenwood picks up the flag. No, but on the SMU thing, I mean, you think about the moves that TCU has made strategically as they've kind of bounced from the conference to conference over the last decade and a half. And they've been strategic moves, and once they found a solid home in the Big 12, they've got a TCU team that played for a national championship a year ago. You wonder if SMU will be able to similarly capitalize on moving into a league like the ACC.
Yeah, and like you said, a once proud program, a program that actually produced players like Eric Dickerson and Craig James and those type of guys, and then, like you said, paid the ultimate penalty with the death penalty, and really hasn't come back to that type of prominence. But seeing them move into the, like I said, elite conference like the ACC, I really believe it's going to help them recruiting-wise to get better players, bring in better, upgrade the facilities like you said earlier, and maybe help them get back into the national spotlight.
Leroy Thomas on the catch and a run brings up 3rd down and 4. Been fairly impressed with Bourguet, Trayson Bourguet, the redshirt freshman out of Tucson, Arizona. Played in 4 games last year before redshirting.
There's Hintz.
No pressure, Bourguet falling back as he let that one go.
Yeah, Hintz had ran a little under route underneath 2 other receivers and was wide open there. The pressure just not allowing Bourguet to deliver a ball on target. They're going to go for it here, this 4th down.
4th and 4 for Western Michigan.
Looks like a pressure look. Looks like they're going to come after him. Here they come.
Batted down at the line. That is a turnover on downs.
And you got to know that they're taking pride in this second team defense and not giving up any points. You know, the only point scored were by the first team offense on the second play of the game. You got all the second team guys getting rep, and you know they're taking pride in to knock that ball away and get off the field. That's a huge win for the defense.
Syracuse has got plenty that they're proud of right now in a football operations center. There's a new area called One Club that's an expanded cafeteria and nutrition space for all of the athletes at Syracuse.
And that's where we're at in college football. You got to have the facilities.
Yeah.
You know, when the recruits come in, that's what they're looking for. And if you want to compete and compete with those, the upper echelon schools and stay in that, it's an arms race as far as facilities. And you have to have upgraded facilities. You got to put money into the program if you want to get those type of recruits.
Luke McPhail is now in at quarterback for Syracuse. McPhail wearing number 18. Nino Babers able to go deep into his roster on this Saturday afternoon. 3rd down and 5 coming up as we approach 2 minutes remaining. McPhail from Boston, Massachusetts, Dexter Southfield High School. Looking for a 1st down, and they got it. That's Daniels on the carry.
Great job by Daniels.
Ike Daniels, the freshman from Stafford, Virginia.
Got a double team on the front side, and Daniels just finds a hole.
Timeout.
Keeps his
An injured defensive
legs
player.
moving, gets the 1st down. Another tough physical run. And Daniels got to play last week and was the ACC Rookie of the Year. I mean, Rookie of the Week, I'm sorry.
Marshawn Neeland is the injured player.
Yeah, and that's a guy that they don't want to see down, and hopefully it's not something that's going to keep him out. He's the heart and soul of that defensive line for Western Michigan.
Neeland last year against Eastern Michigan, had a career high 10 tackles. He's on the Senior Bowl watch list this year. Fourth-year junior from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and he is not putting much weight on that right leg. Certainly wish the best for Marshawn Neeland.
Yeah, he's the guy that defensive coordinator Lou Espinosa said, if I got to pick one guy that's going to make a play for me, it would definitely be number 99, Neeland. So, Esposito, yes, Lou Esposito. So.
And Lou talked about the fact that they had to replace a bunch. They had 9 starters from last year's defense that are gone. Some of those via the transfer portal. 3 players who left via the transfer portal that are starting at Power 5 schools this year. So a lot of new faces on the defensive side of the ball. Said when they started summer camp, they had to go with the old high school trick, right? Pull out the athletic tape, put it across the front of the helmets, get the Sharpie marker out, and write names on there.
Yeah, they all wore name tags. Said, "Hello, my name is."
Yeah. Welcome to the party. Daniels gets the handoff, finding his way toward midfield, down to probably just one more snap in this ball game, as Syracuse is going to improve to 2-0 on the season. They had a 6-0 start last year. Injuries really took their toll after 6 straight wins to start the year last season. Cuse dropped 5 in a row and then beat Boston College in the season finale, regular season finale, before going and playing in the Pinstripe Bowl. Coming up next, Syracuse will travel to Purdue. So they'll be in West Lafayette, Indiana next Saturday, and then back home for back-to-back games against Army and the Clemson Tigers. It's an interesting team. The starters for Syracuse have yet to play more than a half plus just a little bit. Garrett Shrader was really, really impressive earlier today, Byron.
Yeah, he was. He
way
really,
back in the first half, remember?
He really was. He really took over the game after the Western Michigan touchdown, and he did it, with his arm. He did it with his legs, and he just made plays today. And so he's definitely was impressive, and it's good to see their defense as well. Their defense, gave up the long touchdown, but then they settled in and went back to playing like Rocky Long expects them to play.
There's a final knee, and Syracuse caps this one with a win, 48-7. Syracuse dominates in this ball game. They fell behind 7-0, and then they stepped on the gas offensively. Thanks for being with us on this Saturday afternoon in Syracuse, New York. For my partner, Byron Chamberlain, and our entire ACC network crew, I'm Richard Cross. Syracuse behind Garrett Shrader, and a big first half moves to 2-0 of the year with a 48-7 win over Western Michigan. Good night from the JMA Wireless Dome.